So I decided to get some feedback a couple days ago on what you guys actually want to see in the content. And it was completely overrun by people asking for more strategies, more ways to get business and marketing, which is kind of obvious, but I thought I should ask anyway, which is very fair because most detailers hit a wall around 5K to 10K a month, right? You're grinding all day, probably have your schedule booked out. It just feels like you can't grow past this point. But here's the truth. There's really only 5 ways to scale any detailing business out there. Every single big guy that you see out there on social media, maybe even in your own city, right? Your really big competitors, every single one of them have used at least one of these topics I'm going to cover in today's video. So with that being said, I'm going to show you exactly what those 5 topics are and exactly how you can start applying them to your business, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but right now. These are just real actionable moves that work in our industry and in every single market across the board. So before we dive in, if you're new here, my name is Diego. I scaled my detailing business to 35K a month. I built a team and now I help other guys do the same. And as you can see here, we're in Greece, 5,000 miles away from my business, and still running perfectly fine. All right, so the first lever you want to take action on is going up market. And what I mean by that specifically is targeting higher tickets. I talk to so many guys and their top package that they offer in their business is still under $500. What this means is you stop chasing those $150 to $250 details and build offers that bring in multiple 4 figures in one shot. And for us, that's gonna look like ceramic coatings backed with warranties, fleet contracts with dealerships or corporate companies, and you could even tap into the private aviation market. So the first step obviously is gonna be acquiring the skills if you don't already have them. So you could actually go out and market these services. You don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need the best products and the best tools. You just need to take action and get started and learn quick. Offering these services is not complicated and it's not risky if you take your time and really practice to make sure you know what you're doing. And then obviously the next step is going to be putting together a package that conveys value and makes sense in all of your prospects' eyes. Don't overcomplicate it. Offer a simple 1-step paint correction to get started. You can use a base level ceramic coating that has a 2 to 3 year protection and a simple paint decontamination, which is obviously an iron removal and a clay treatment. The best way to offer these services without getting into running ads is going to your circle, going to the people in your market that already have trust so you could build off of that trust and have instant credibility with everyone that comes across their path. Now, who am I talking about specifically? You could do car dealerships and you could reach out to car clubs in your market. And of course, this is where you want to leverage content to the fullest because most people have no idea what goes into these services. They just think you're asking an absurd price without knowing what actually goes into it. So here's where we use social media and your Google business profile. Explain the processes, show them step by step, show them what the car looks like, feels like, and acts like before and after, and stack as many testimonials for these specific services as possible. It's to target those specific clients who are actually willing to pay for a premium service like this, because if you go out and try to target the clients who are much lower ticket and who aren't educated on the service or respect it, you're gonna have a much harder time and it's not gonna be sustainable for you whatsoever. And also when you're doing this, you wanna track every single metric, okay? You wanna track how many people inquired about this specific services, how many people you quoted, and then of course how many people closed. That way you know exactly how many inputs you have to put in to get your desired output. The next offer is going to be completely opposite from the first one. So instead of going up market, you're going to go down market. This means creating an easy, low commitment offer that brings as many people through the doors as possible. The best example for this in our case is going to be something like a maintenance package. A service like this could be priced at around $125 to $150. It's going to bring a lot more people in, people who aren't as serious and concerned about the value they're getting, and it still allows you to make a decent amount of money without investing so much time and effort into it. And marketing a service like this is going to be a lot easier because a lot less trust is involved and a whole lot more people are going to be willing to pay for something like this. So rather than going out and try to build trust through other streams, you could go where the trust is already established within your own business and market to every single one of your past clients. We're offering a new maintenance package that starts at $125. Would you like me to break down the details? That's it. It can be that simple because it's so low commitment and a lot more people are going to be willing to say yes without too many questions. And here's the thing, you don't always have to be capped at that number. It could just be a stepping stone to offering a higher level of service in the future. This whole lever right here isn't about staying cheap forever. It's about creating an entire funnel, creating new customers, and upselling them into bigger and better services. And of course, you're gonna get that recurring revenue aspect. Now, the third lever is gonna be targeting adjacent markets. You don't have to be stuck only detailing cars at a certain level. There's plenty of markets to expand to that are just right next door to you. And in my case, this was the RV and aviation industry. This summer alone, we've easily done over $30,000 in RV detailing, and in aviation detailing, we've done close to 10K. Now, a lot of you guys hearing this, it probably scares you. What about the insurance I need? There's a lot more risk to take on. It's a lot more work. A lot less people are going to be qualified to go out and do these type of jobs. Obviously, it's going to be harder. It's a new venture, but it's just another stepping stone that will take you in the right direction. All you have to think about these small things that you need to get done as another step towards getting what you started this business for in the first place. All right, now how can you actually go out and market the service and begin booking these these jobs. Step one is going to be going to every single local RV park in your city. Every single one has a main office that you can walk into and speak to a manager and let them know about your services. And the best thing to do in this situation is offer stack. So for each specific park, you could offer some sort of special. What I did is I put a banner in the main office. I had the name of my business, my logo, my phone number, and I had a QR code that links directly to my website. But what I did is I put 15% off for all KOA customers, which is obviously the name of the campsite. So this automatically gave me leverage because they didn't have to do a single thing. All they had to do is shop there, use their RV park, and they got that special discount. Now imagine if you did this at 10, 15, 20 RV parks across your city. It's just obvious, right? Your phone will be ringing nonstop. And second, the trust is already built through that business like I previously mentioned before. Now when it comes to aviation, a lot more certification and a lot more insurance is going to be required to start working on them. But once you have all those in line, it's super easy to make a name for yourself really quick in this space. Again, all you have to do is get in with every single FBO in your market. And the best way to do this by far is just a cold approach. Walk in the door and ask to speak to the decision maker. When it comes to aviation, these clients are on a completely different level to your normal demographic. And to make a statement and build trust early on, it's just one of those things you have to do in person. And the way I got myself in really quick was by offering my services for free. I asked if any of their clients might be in the need of a detail on their plane. And of course, they took me up on that offer and I delivered amazing results. And that got my foot in the door, allowing me to get in that whole inner circle at that FBO. To leverage this, you don't need to reinvent your business. You already know these services. It's just about offering them to a different niche. You're not buying new equipment, you're not buying a new van, you're not buying a new shop. You're just speaking a different language to a different set of people. Now the fourth topic is two levers, but they're pretty much the same thing, just opposites of each other. So I include them in the same one. You could either niche down your target audience super small, or you could do the opposite and broaden your audience as large as possible. Both of them work. It's just a matter of what's going to work best for you and your business and your market. Here's a good key indicator. If you're struggling to stand out in your market, then you should probably niche down. And what do I mean by that? You could either one, target a specific audience, or two, you could build your business around a specific service. I've actually seen this being done before. There's a detailing business in Texas that only details for Tesla. Now hearing that, you might think it's crazy, but in his specific market, the Tesla market is absolutely massive, so it works for him and he's still able to operate at a high level. And when it comes to service, you can specifically target paint restoration and paint protection. So that would be paint correction and ceramic coatings only. And what you can do to test that before you go all in is making specific social media accounts just for these topics. That's separate from your main business to see if you could gain traction first before going all in. Now on the other end, if you feel like you're completely maxed out in your business, but you're still lacking lead flow, then it's a good indicator to go more broad. Now this means targeting absolutely every single person that you could physically service. It's every single person all across the board. You need to decide if you're really going to go deep down and target a super specific niche, or if you're going to widen your systems and your services to handle more volume. And then finally, your last way to expand is going to be geographical. Final way to expand is broadening your geographical target area and expanding your marketing channels. The best way to do this is by launching Google service ads in different parts of your market. If you target specific detailing keywords at $20 a day, you can still bring in super solid leads. Another thing you could do is get into a ton of gated community HOA newsletters. Every single community out there across the board, some gated, some not, have some type of newsletter that they give to their residents. And pretty much every single one offer the opportunity to businesses to come in and market in that newsletter. So find ones in your city that you haven't really targeted yet. And if you feel like you're completely tapped out in your market, the next step is going to be to replicate what you did in that first city and go and do it in another geographical area. This is how you go from being known as the best detailer in town to building a brand that can actually dominate and thrive in one, multiple marketing channels, and two, other areas. So to quickly recap this video, there's only 5 ways to grow any detailing business. 1, go up market, bigger tickets, bigger opportunities. 2, go down market and offer entry-level packages that could feed your funnel. 3, expand into adjacent markets. 3, expand into adjacent markets like RVs, boats, and planes. 4, you either want to niche down or broaden. And then 5, you want to expand your geographical and marketing channels. The next step is to pick a channel that you think is going to work the best for you and focus on it for the next 90 days. Don't try to do every single one of these at once because 1, not all of them are going to work for your specific situation, and you're not going to get the results you're looking for if you're just spreading yourself thin. If you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I drop as much free value as possible so that when you get to the point where you're stuck and you need to expand, you could come work with me and my team and we can make that happen for you. Drop in the comments what videos you'd like to see next, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello? Yeah, I got you. It's just a wash and whack exterior only.